what's up everyone? This is Unicorn Riot here in Portland, Oregon. This event here is being billed as a Joey Gibson for Senate Freedom Rally. Joey Gibson is sort of like a far-right organizer. He's got this group called Patriot Prayer. They also work really closely with the Proud Boys, which is sort of many consider them to be a white supremacist group. They say they're not. They're this far-right men's group fraternity that's been involved in a lot of street fights.
This is the latest in a series of rallies that Patriot Prayer and the Proud Boys have been putting on here in the city, and they've just been escalating the violence.
So yeah, you can see this man's shirt here says Pinochet did nothing wrong. This guy's tiny. He's a known member of the Proud Boys. He's been implicated in several assaults. Can you tell us what you mean by Pinochet did nothing wrong on your shirt, sir?
Communist deserves helicopter rides. That's all there is.
I'm here today because I am worried about my community, and I'm worried about what's happening to people of color, what's happening to immigrants and refugees. I'm just concerned about what has become a norm of hate speech and bullying. Honestly, the violence is really scary, and I want to be out here to say, as a white woman, I don't condone that or support that.
The fact of the matter is, when they started doing these events, started doing these rallies, they were associating themselves with a white supremacist group called Identity Europa. And we all know what happened when one of those attendees did about a couple of weeks later. Jeremy Christian ended up killing 2 people on the train when he was trying to harass 2 Muslim women.
You can sort of see there's a pretty large anti-fascist crowd here to stand against Patriot Prayer and their supporters. Last month, Patriot Prayer was saying that we need to find the illegal immigrants and bash their heads into the concrete. People are here opposing what they say is their message of hate. It's not all straight up white supremacists in the Patriot Prayer crew, but they definitely mingle with those people and are actively involved in inciting violence against immigrants and also trying to get combative in the street with anti-racist social movements, and also sort of give the police a pretext to crack down on protest movements.
Well, Patriot Prayer has been coming out here ever since the Trump elections in Portland, when we had 10,000 people in the streets. There was $1 million worth of damage in the streets that happened, and basically ever since then there was a wave of protests and declared riots, of dozens of them, and Patriot Prayer came out and started doing citizens arrests and that sort of thing. So they are a reaction to our mobilization, to our manifestation and condemnation of where things are going, and I think that's a parallel for the entire right-wing push right now with Trump in general. Is it's a response to things like Black Lives Matters, hitting the street, trying to fight back against white supremacy and police brutality. And so what Joey is hoping to do is to smash our movement into submission and distract us, and we're out here to say we need to keep the eye on the prize of building a world beyond capitalism hierarchy in the state.
To bring peaceful distraction and let everyone know that fascists are not welcome in Portland.
So some of the people we were talking to across the street were saying that they weren't racist, they weren't fascist, that was some sort of leftist misinformation. What do you think about that?
Oh, the Proud Boys, the Patriot Prayer?
Yeah.
I mean, they are complete racist, homophobic scum, no doubt about it. It's not like all views are equal. They mean to hurt people, they mean to oppress people, and you have to take that stand now.
These groups exist as hate groups in the United States. The message of their leaders and often the actions of their participants are violent or incite violent rhetoric towards groups of racial minorities, immigrants, that sort of thing. So we're seeing groups, not just anti-fascism groups, but a lot of churches, a lot of unions, that sort of thing are out here today in solidarity to make a demonstration that this is not something that's going to fly in Portland.
Cops are loading some rounds into some less lethal weapons over there. Pan out for a second, if you can. Oh, okay. Get the police are firing tons of flashbangs into the crowd. They've only attacked the anti-racist protests. There's some projectiles getting thrown at the police now. So the Proud Boys and all the white supremacists are on the other side of the street cheering the police as they're marching in, attacking the anti-racists. People are forming barricades up the street. There's an arrest happening down there. Looks like it's pretty violent. Police started attacking the crowd.
Officers have observed protesters during projectiles. This area must immediately disperse. Failure to comply with this order may subject you to arrest or citation.
Joey Gibson's up in front leading his group. He's saying he's doing this because he's running for Senate in the state of Washington, but Portland's in the state of Oregon.
This is our city. Clearly, the police are not going to push these people out. They're protecting them. And if we don't stand and claim our city and hold the line.
It's our country too. This is growing everywhere in the United States.
Right.
And people have to be out here screaming. It's not an elegant weapon, but it's what we have.
It's appalling, and they're just looking for power, and if we allow them to take over our cities, Portland's a target because we're a sanctuary city. We're not going to let that change.